team coin needs, check out utcoinsforyou.com. There will be a link in the description, and if you use the code CHES, you can get yourself a 5% discount. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again with another episode of the Chelsea career mode here on Xbox One. It's episode number 38 and we're back to Champions League action in this one. We were away at Valencia. It's a fantastic ground. As you can see, it looks absolutely spectacular with all of that fan art. Really electric atmosphere at the Mestalla for this one. And we are undefeated so far in the Champions League. As you can see, we sit top of the group. 2 wins and a draw from our opening 3 games. Of course, that draw came just a couple of episodes ago against Porto as we stepped up to Legendary, which we are, of course, still playing on for the time being, testing it out, seeing what it's like, see how we get on at Legendary. But Andres Guardado is actually, in real life, recently moved on loan to Bayer Leverkusen. Draws a good save out of Ep38, but fortunately they are going to put the ball over the top from their follow-up effort. Ava Banega can't keep the shot down, and it races away over the bar into the stands. But they were going to have another chance from a corner just a little bit later on. Arturo Vidal actually plays the player on side here. It's Jonas at the back post, and if you go back and have a look, I didn't leave a replay in, but if you go back and have a look, Arturo Vidal is on the post and plays him on side. If he'd kind of pushed out a little bit earlier, then perhaps Jonas would have been caught offside and we wouldn't have gone 1-0 down. We came so close to getting ourselves back on level terms here. Fernando Torres rifling the ball back off the crossbar just literally a couple of minutes after they'd gone 1-0 in front, but it was just a barrage of blue shirts for the rest of the first half. Trying to cut inside the box here, Willian gets a good shot away. Fantastic reaction save from Diego Alves, but fortunately the ball rebounds back to Arturo Vidal, making up for his mistake, not pushing out, playing out Jonas on side, and he's able to poke the ball home into the bottom corner. And we go in at half-time with the scoreline all level at 1-1. So we push into the second half, and we don't actually have that good a free kick taker in the team, although Marco Reus is one of the best players in the squad to take a set piece. It's a very good free kick actually, a good set piece, but unfortunately for us, Diego Alves is able to race away to his top right hand corner and pluck the ball out of the air, and they're actually going to get another good chance here to get in front. Andres Guardado again making the threat towards our goal, but fortunately there's a last ditch tackle thrown in there and David Luiz is able to hook the ball clear, and unfortunately we weren't able to push on and get ourselves a win from that one. We do only take the 1 point, but we do still sit top of the group and we are still undefeated so far in the Champions League group, so still all to play for there. You would like to think that we're going to be able to qualify from the group. Of course, games against Porto and against Standard Liège yet to come for the rest of the group stage, but we push back to Premier League action here. Luis Muriel making a start in this one with Oscar sat behind him. Thibaut Courtois comes back into the side, his first start since that horrific error against West Ham in last Friday's episode. A lot of you left plenty of comments in that episode to kind of back up my decision or back up my thoughts that it was completely retarded, and you agreed that it was one of the most ridiculous things you've ever seen in a FIFA career mode, and of course I agree with that. I went on a bit of a rant. If you missed that episode, then of course feel free to check the channel page, and there will actually be a link as an annotation in the bottom left hand side of your picture if you want to check that one out to see that just ridiculous error. But Southampton are actually going to put the ball into the back of the net here in the 22nd minute, but fortunately, as you can see from the replay, he is just a couple of yards offside, and I think had MitiS been playing to the whistle, he would have been able to make a save anyway. But Luis Muriel's drawing a good save out of their goalkeeper yet again in this first half. He's had a couple of efforts so far, and he's really staking his claim for a consistent first team place. Of course, Fernando Torres was our first team starter and top goal scorer last year, but Muriel has done very, very well since he came in. We're actually going to pick up a penalty here. Gary Cahill's going to win the header, and the defender's arm's going to go through Gary Cahill's face here. Fantastic coding from the guys at EA. Wonderful physics engine there, and we actually pick up a penalty for, I guess, handball. But Luis Muriel is going to put the ball into the back of the net. He fully deserves a goal after the way he started in this game, and we are going to take the lead. But they're actually going to get a decent effort through Ramirez here. Bodies flying in everywhere, and unfortunately, rather for us, the ball doesn't fly into the back of the net. It goes wide. So we push on into the second half, and we're actually going to get a fantastic start here, trying to get ourselves a 2-goal lead. Lovely ball from De Chilio through to Luis Muriel, and a great save from the goalkeeper. It's actually Asmir Begovic in goal for Southampton. They've replaced Artur Boruc. I think he went out transferred in the first season. They brought in Asmir Begovic, who of course is a fantastic goalkeeper. Kevin De Bruyne here come onto the pitch, draws a good save from the shot from Bender, finds him on the edge of the box. Unfortunately, not too much power in the shot, but De Chilio is pushing forward yet again from that left back spot. Luis Muriel, nice 1-2. Back to De Chilio, rifles the ball underneath the goalkeeper. It's a great effort from our up-and-coming left-back, hopefully the player that will eventually replace Ashley Cole in the long term. But they're actually going to have a chance here. Live free kick chipped on took a deflection off a defender to go onto the post. So Southampton pick up a corner that's going to get whipped in by Gaston Ramirez. Watch number 12 here, just at the bottom left of your screen. Wanyama makes a fantastic run, beats his man up in the air, and a wonderful looping header to pop the ball into the back of the net to get them back in the game at 2-1. Really spectacular header from Victor Wanyama here, and he plays the ball over the top. He's involved here, and I didn't bring Courtois out, but he came out and then just kicked it straight at the Southampton player. Drops to Mayuka, and Thibaut Courtois has done it again. And his very next start since that awful mistake against West Ham, he's just kicked the ball straight back to Southampton and let them back in the game to 2-2. We're 2-0 up. We're looking comfortable, and then out of nowhere, a couple of goals in the space of 5 minutes, and we're back on level terms. But Oscar's going to get the ball played into him here. Wonderful strike, and another fantastic save from Asmir Begovic. We'll see a replay of that one-handed save right up to his right-hand side. Up goes the arm, fantastic palm away, and we do pick up a corner. But Lars Bender's going to whip the ball in. Gary Cahill's going to go up, picked up a penalty in the first half. He's going to win us the game here with a fantastic header from that corner from Lars Bender. Great delivery. Bosh, right into the back of the net, and we are going to win the game 3-2. We could have made it 4 had Luis Muriel been able to finish off this move. He's clearly got the pace to get away from Lovren, but again, Asmir Begovic, another good save, down with his boots this time as opposed to his arms, but nonetheless, we are going to take a victory. So 3 points from this one in the Premier League to continue our run at the top of the table, trying to catch up with Arsenal, who do sit top. So Muriel retains his starting lineup spot, despite being in the rotation side there. He's playing in the first team for this one against Cardiff away from home. Again, in the rain, unfortunately, is a lot more difficult in the rain on FIFA 14 this year, but nonetheless, still on legendary away at home against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Cardiff City. Now, you'll be able to see from the league table, we're still 2 points behind Arsenal, 1 point ahead of Manchester City, 2 ahead of Liverpool, and Man City, sorry, we're 1 ahead of Manchester United, and we're actually going to get off to a decent start. Eden Hazard showing his pace on the right hand side. Muriel again trying to get in amongst the goals. It's a tame header, but it kind of opens up or kind of proves the intent, the attacking intent from the early stages. Willian's going to break down the left hand side, whips the ball in, and that header, by the way, is absolutely superb. I'm going to show you all 3 replays of this from Luis Muriel because it is one of the best diving headers that I've ever seen on any game of FIFA, let alone in this career mode. The ball actually is behind him as it whips in, and he's finding himself. Positional sense is absolutely superb. Gets in between the 2 defenders. This third replay shows the technique even better. It's behind him. Oh, it's just so good. There's an absolutely phenomenal header. I may even title the episode after that header because that was just absolutely superb. We take a 1-0 lead, and Marco Reus still looking to make an impact for the team on a goal scoring front, but he's still been putting in the performances for us to make sure that I do still feel that he was a valuable asset to the club and worth the move. Of course, we made a straight swap for him with Borussia Dortmund for Juan Mata. He's only scored 1 so far, but he has come very, very close on numerous occasions, and he is going to come close again here. David Marshall again drawing another good save. This time it's from the chipped effort that against most other keepers would have ended up in the back of the net. It just so happens that David Marshall is a fantastic goalkeeper, but Fraser Campbell was a thorn in my side all game long. He's going to whip the ball in here. It's actually Jordan Much on the volley. Fortunately puts the ball wide of that far post. So I made a couple of changes as we head into the final stages of the game. Bringing on Fernando Torres because Muriel was getting a little bit tired, and bringing on the goal scorer from the previous game, Matteo De Sciglio, just to try and strengthen physically at the back, bring some fresh legs on, and we were actually going to make the attacking moves yet again in towards the end of the game. Marco Reus can't play the ball across just yet because Willian's offside as we make the initial breakthrough. He does manage to drill the ball across, but the defender makes a fantastic last-ditch tackle, and we aren't able to make it 2-0. But nonetheless, we do take 3 points. So even if our goal difference isn't boosted too much, we are getting the maximum amount of points. So we're still 2 points behind Arsenal. They keep up their winning ways, as do we. 9 wins, 3 draws, and just that 1 defeat so far from the opening 13 games of the season. So we're going well. We're sat second in the league. We're sat top of our Champions League group. Unfortunately, out of the Capital One Cup, but of course, we're still yet to make any headway whatsoever in the FA Cup. That will come in January. But that's going to bring this episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please do feel free to leave the video a like if you could be so kind. If you missed the previous episode, like we said, there's going to be an annotation on screen, this time over that snippet of gameplay. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. There will be links in the description and an annotation on screen, of course, over that little subscribe button there. If you want to join the Chelsea career mode journey, there's plenty of other stuff in the channel as well, Ultimate Team and a head-to-head road to Division 1, which you guys are heavily involved with. So be sure to hit subscribe if you aren't, and that is going to bring this one to a close. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.